I'm going to hold this because, Sam, I have the first type of ADHD. I'm looking at you guys tonight because they've heard my shit, haven't like written anything in like a year. So I look at you and you never, ever want to make eye contact with that old man over there. So we all know how to count to 5? Yeah, want to give it a go? Tahi, Rua, Toru, Fa, Rima. So I'm a primary school teacher, I'm learning Te Reo, as I go along. And I found some things about Te Reo and Māori culture along the way. Did you know that in Te Reo Māori, it's the only language in the world, if you take 4 steps, you've gone far. Yeah, you've got to let it sink in, don't you? The other day, I took 4 steps. My mate's like, oh bro, take another 4. I was like, nah mate, that's too far. This is my best stuff I'm starting with. You're being warned. I like going after Cullen because you're like, oh shit, okay. So, first time I told this joke, I took 4 steps on stage. Yeah, 4. And then I took 2 more by accident. I was like, oh no. Cool. So, I have a friend who's done it, like, after hearing that joke, this might surprise you, but I've got friends, and I've got a friend who's done it Koch. I kind of worded that a little wrong, I'll try again. I thought I had a friend who turned out to be an undercover Koch. But I still think he liked me for me. Just the other day, he told me that I was a person of interest. Okay, now you're probably wondering why the 6'2" guy, who weighs 69 kilograms, is wearing Gymshark, which is a apparel fitness brand that normally they sponsor like gym bros on Instagram. Well, because it was a present for my mummy. But I've got a plan, my own plan for a clothing apparel, for a gym clothing apparel. I'm going to sponsor all guys or girls in jail. Gymshark. That's surprising me well. It's really warm, I'm wearing this hoodie only for that joke, so I really appreciate that. You actually laughed at it, I really do. So, if you're on the news, you might have found out that the government has officially called off COVID. So, I'm glad that's done. It's quite stressful. The hardest part I found about COVID was those rats. I took a lot of rats tests, primary school teacher. I found them really hard to administer, and I found I'm doing less and less now at the moment, which is kind of like, actually, honestly, at the time I was wondering, was it really worth doing this rats test? Like, what was I really getting out of it? Like, was it a kind of a waste of time? But on reflection, it was kind of relaxing to know that, during all those lockdowns and the changes of settings and orange and, going in and out of that, at no point in time did my rat have COVID. I told my mates that they should get this test for like humans that look like I was fucking crazy. But after bubonic plague, I kind of get it. Now, one of my goals is, you may not realise this, I've got goals as a comedian, and one of them is crowd work. So I'm going to get off the stage, not going over there.
You know how to.
Oh, no. Spring down. Hey, so you like stuff? Food? Yeah, things. What's your favourite food? I like chicken too. You like sport? No, I don't like sport. We've got a lot of common. Everyone wake up in the morning covered in blood and be like, oh shit, I've killed again! Then you got to talk to the council while there's all these dead ducks in your front yard. What? So I thought we had a connection. Hey, hi, you like things? Yeah, what's your favourite kind of cocktail?
Actually I like the peach mojito.
You like the peach? I like peach mojito too. Yeah. What's your favourite type of takeaway food?
Takeaway food, noodles, always.
Oh, I like noodles too. Do you ever got drunk at a public park in Arkansas in the US and maybe got confused and actually tried to fuck a swan and then your family disowned you because you came back 2 to 3 years late after your holiday?
Cousin of mine.
Yeah, they said yes, guys, that's awesome. I thought I was the only one. I thought I recognised you from jail. Can you hold this? I don't do this for the last part. Ready? Catch? Okay, cool. So I recently left my fuel cap with my car in Wanganui. And I had a warrant of fitness due, and this is my first warrant of fitness. I was kind of, I'm almost 40, my first warrant of fitness, a couple of years ago. So I was kind of stressing out that, you know, I was going to fail this warrant based on this warrant for not having this fuel cap. I only got a concept of how harsh they can be. And a couple of days ago, I recently got my warrant of fitness back, so... Alright. I read... Normally don't do lists as a comedian, but fuck it. So, this is my warrant. Left front rim bent. Left rear rim bent. Both front suspension bump stops broken. Remedy banging from front suspension. Right strut top nut rusted. Both front upper suspension top hats cracked. Well, after reading that, I was quite relieved. Didn't notice the fuel cap. Thank you guys, I've been Sean, tonight.